on the cusp, in the car, going up I-65, heading back home. Just played a gig, downtown Nashville. Bar Lines is the name of that place. So Bar Lines, where I played with my wife, Amy, and our friend, great singer, fiddle player, Kenzie Wetz. Kenzie is playing the Grand Ole Opry tomorrow night. And I only say, I'm not trying to drop names, but I'm just saying, it's pretty cool. She's playing Bar Lines with us, and tomorrow night the Opry with Bill Anderson. Whisperin' Bill, one of country music's greatest songwriters. He still sings at the Grand Ole Opry most weekends. So I'm driving home, and I thought I would I want to issue my first apology, because I have become redundant on this podcast, and I didn't even realize it. So one other name that this could be, this podcast could be, is Off the Cuff. On the cusp and off the cuff. That might be the new name I give it eventually. And one of the dangers of speaking off the cuff naturally as I drive down the road is a few weeks can go by and I can forget, because maybe I'm an old man already. I can forget that I already told the same story that I was telling in episode 6. So episode 6, I talked about 9/11 and my experience in meeting New York City firefighters. Well, if you heard episode 1, I had already covered quite a bit of that story. I forgot. Can you believe that? So that's how unprofessional this podcast is. I completely forgot. Just six episodes later, I'm launching back into a redundant story. So I want to apologize to any of you who started to hear that, and maybe you wondered, why is he telling the same story? Maybe you didn't even know, because maybe you didn't listen to episode 1. And if that's the case, then I'm happy you didn't know. But just wanted to apologize about that. And that's what this episode is about. It's an apology for that, number 1. And number 2, it's an announcement. We are on the cusp of guests. That's right, guests. I have a few guests that I'm going to get on this podcast, and I'm going to withhold or restrain myself. I'm going to keep from getting on here and jumping and giving more episodes and stories randomly, especially the same stories. I'm going to bring a guest on here, and we're going to drive around, and we're going to be on the cusp in the car. And my first guest is going to be Ben Peoples. He's the guy that talked me into doing this podcast. Ben is an amazing songwriter, an incredible singer, artist. He started the band I Am Spartacus years and years ago. And even way back before then, he was in a band called Air 5. Air 5. That's back when I met him, around 2006, 2007. So Ben has quite the story to tell. I have no idea what he's going to talk about. I'm not even going to commit to a topic, because it's going to be on the cusp, off the cuff, I think. I like that. I like the ring of that. So I'm looking forward to meeting with Ben Peoples, driving around. I've known him for over 17 years now. So he's going to be the first guest, and I've got other guests already in conversation. We're in talks. We are in talks, and we might even have sponsors soon. I'm serious. I mean, I've got a few sponsors interested in not responding to my emails. They're interested yeah, they're not at all. Never mind. All right. On the cusp, in the car. I got nothing else. That's it. That's it for this episode. Have a great day. See you when I see you. Actually, I won't see you. This is a podcast, so you'll hear me next time you hear me. Later.